Woo! What is up? Holden, howdy ho ho. Dang, this guy's hype. You're gonna work up a sweat in that sweatshirt, brother. I tell you what.
Dude, it's cold outside, bro. It's nice and chilly.
Dude, it is chilly. I saw ice on my commute to work this morning, and I was like, dang, I forgot what this stuff looked like.
Dude, it's getting cold. It's the 20s and 30s now. The car is shaking in the morning when it starts. You know,
Love it.
It's
Love it.
You got to heat that sucker up for a bit.
Yeah, you
before
do.
You start driving.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
I agree. You're getting up in the morning, you're starting it, and then you're hopping in the shower, and then
That's right. Dude. Nice hot shower in the morning. Love it, dude.
Love it. How was your weekend, guy?
Dude, my weekend was pretty good, dude. We went to a winery, had some wine.
Nice. Is that what you do there?
Yeah, it is.
I always wondered. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to be invited. And, as soon as I get an invite, I'll go.
There's a winery that we went to called Hazy Mountain.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
Probably the best pizza I've ever had. And I'm a pizza dude.
You are a snob. You are a pizza snob.
It was
Papa John's
so
only.
good. It was so good, and I almost got a pizza for the ride home just to eat later.
Yeah.
But dude, it was just so good. We're gonna have to go. You're just gonna have to come with me, and we're gonna get a group together, and you're gonna go try this pizza and try for yourself. I also like that this place had beer as well as wine at the vineyard, but it was clutch, bro.
I appreciate
Super
that.
Clutch.
Dude, there's a place like that up here called Bear Chase Mountain or whatever, and they do beer and wine.
Wine.
Yeah, it's really good. I do appreciate variety for the people who don't like wine. But how do you feel about that Washington game, guy? One of my best bets of the week. Gosh,
Dude,
too easy.
I loved it, bro. I can't complain about a win. Yes, I could start nitpicking a couple things if I wanted to, but what's the point? We won. We're 6-5. What have I said all year? I just want to play some meaningful football in December. And regardless of what happens this week, every game will be meaningful in December because they're just going to be in that wild card hunt. We're going to be right in that spot, and it feels so good. This was one of those games that I haven't watched a game like this in a while where, we're up 20-0 at half, and I'm like, I can kind of chill a little bit. You probably feel like this a little more than I do, but I'm like, I can kind of kick back. So we had my wife's little sisters over. We were decorating for Christmas. Watching with my little brother-in-law and her cousin, and we're just playing games. And I'm just, I'm glancing up and I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. And I'm doing other things. It's nice to just kind of relax a little bit. So I loved it. It was
Dude, I'm right
beautiful.
there with you. Stress-free football, your team's winning, you're feel good, keep it in the background, I'm checking every other, but I'm not on the edge of my seat every play, we need to make a play right now or
right. Exactly. So it was beautiful. It was glorious.
Did you have a bad game that stuck out to you, or do you want to talk more about Washington? Or
no, we can talk about other stuff.
Dude, whatever you want.
Well, what do you want? Because I want to know about your weekend real quick.
Dude, it was tight. Saturday, I just kind of chilled at the house, edited the pod late. We had technical and scheduling issues, so we got it out. But this week is going to be totally different.
Totally different.
Going to be getting it done tonight and a little bit tomorrow, and we'll be done for our Thanksgiving, and we'll be all set to go, which I'm hype about. Sunday, just a nice day with my girlfriend. Cook some breakfast.
You cook some chicken?
Nah, no chicken this time.
Oh, okay. No chicken.
We had a little Friendsgiving later. We watched some football, watched the Bills game. That was huge. That was a nice win. Felt good to get back on track because, I haven't, I wasn't in panic mode because, before this, we were at 6-3. Obviously, it's dude, someone told me, it's really not that bad. And then it's not the end of the world. It's still a good season. I'm yeah, it's just my hopes are so high. And, it was just nice. And I was worried with all the weather. And then I'm people on their team were sick earlier this week, and it was nice to beat not a Browns team at full firepower without Watson, but it was just nice to beat a good team on the road through all the adversity. And kind of just get back to us. And I think the big thing to take away from it was Josh Allen didn't throw any picks. He's been kind of bad about that the last 3 weeks, and it was just nice to see ball security. We didn't have any turnovers. Defense balled out, which was great, and hopefully, lightning strikes twice in Detroit at Ford Field, and we get another dub. So I'd be excited to see that.
it was crazy watching all of the city of Buffalo like helping players like get to the game and stuff. Like that was
Yeah.
cool. Like and
Yeah.
how it's also ridiculous of how much snow was there, and that probably
Insane.
even though I think all the fans would have thought it would be fun to watch, it
Mm.
would have been extremely hard to get fans in the stadium, and
Yes.
it would have been really hard to get the players in the state. It would have just been
It would have been a
chaos.
mess,
It
dude.
would have been a mess. It would have been a mess. So they made the right decision,
Agreed.
even though it would have been fun.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that even on a short week, you guys are just going right back there. Like it's just kind of
Yeah.
weird. So
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's some tough stuff. I don't know how it's going to work logistically or with practice time. So
so they
obviously,
did come back, right? Like
I
they
believe so. Yes, they
see. I
actually.
feel like you almost just stay
I
if
don't
it's such a
know.
short week.
The media team made it sound like they did come back because they did a little plane thing, but then I also heard an
Yeah,
announcer be like, "Well, it's different when you can like go home after a game and like sleep in your own bed, or like you fly back
that's
that
true.
night."
That's true. That's
And so
true.
it kind of made it sound like they weren't doing that. But then in the post game, they were like,
Oh,
"We gotta go back home to Buffalo and like be nice to your neighbors and all that stuff. Who helps you out." Like it was
yeah,
nice that like the
that's true.
team actually credited like people who helped them. Like, "Oh, I wouldn't come to this game," or if so, like my shoulder would be hurting, my back would be hurting, from shoveling all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
snow.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like
No, I would have
so,
look. I would have been doing the same thing if I was in the city. I'd been like, nope,
yeah,
you save your arm, brother. I'll be shoveling all night long. Get you
yeah,
this game. You'd be doing the
exactly.
same thing.
Yeah, no, dude, I would. Well, it's just like nice because like I always call like Buffalo City good neighbors, and that's what it's known as. And like it's just nice in the past 10 years, people are like, oh, these people actually live and die for this franchise. It's just like, especially for a small market team, because everyone's like, oh, could you get more money elsewhere? And like, I hope the team never moves like forever, like knock on wood. But it was funny because my girlfriend was saying like, oh, like they would do that in any town though, and I'm like, I don't think they would. Like she was like,
Yeah, it
oh.
depends. I'm trying to think of like what kind of a franchise maybe wouldn't do it. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, she was trying to compare it to college, like, oh yeah, like at Florida State, like if there was a hurricane, people would like pick them up in a boat or something like that. And I was like, yeah, but it's just like I think it's kind of different in this case. Like I don't think anyone would do that in New York City, but like it's just tough to compare because not everyone gets that much snow. I mean, that was so much snow
That's
that
true. That's
most
true.
states don't even see in a year. They saw in like
Yeah,
a
dude. I mean,
24-hour
like
period.
our city would be shut down for 2 weeks almost if we saw that much snow.
I mean, I remember there was one time, like in college, like Richmond got what 2 feet of snow, maybe, or like well over a foot, and like the city was shut down for a week. It's
Yeah,
just
it
like,
was just like you just like kind of just stayed inside and like hope that you had everything, and if you made it out, it was crazy. I mean, it
yeah,
was
it's
just
like
how
some
it
places
is.
are not prepared for that, and like thankfully Buffalo is, so like they've already got it cleared out. It's like kind of back to normal business as usual, so they're just so used to it. So that was good to see. I'm trying to think of another thing that stuck out to me, just something that was bad. Those Dallas Cowboys, that absolutely flabbergasted me. I got tricked by Vegas. I'll admit it, hand up. When I saw Minnesota as a dog, I was like, I gotta take that. And that is just nuts.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
want to
just
talk about that
insane.
too much. I
Hmm.
I think that was just one of those. I'm gonna call it a fluke.
Like a wake up
Um,
game for Minnesota because that's their second
I
loss.
think, yeah, I just think that was like a weird game. I mean,
Hmm.
like I think if they played that game again tomorrow, it's not that much of a blowout.
Yeah,
You got to give some credit, obviously,
yeah.
but it's just like just couldn't stop Pollard. Like Pollard was just like on
Oh, that's kind
something
of
that day.
nice.
He is really nice. I mean, he's nice. Um, Micah Parsons getting to Kirk early and often. It was just, Micah Parsons is good, obviously.
Very good.
But you're just seeing, I don't know. I don't have anything to say other than I think it was a little fluky. You got to give a little credit, but
Hmm.
I think we don't see that Minnesota team do that again because I think there's just too much firepower and there's too many weapons
Right?
on Minnesota for it to be like that. I can't believe it was a 37-point game.
I
I just
can't
can't
either.
believe that.
Like if you
It's
told me
weird.
10, I'd be like, wow, that was a pretty nice upset. But like this is just like I almost still don't believe it. I'm like 37 points. Like that is
Yeah.
insane. Like it should have been closer. It should have gone closer in the second. But I don't know. Maybe Dallas just exposed them. They looked at our game tape from them. They were like, oh, we just need to keep pouring it on in the second half and not give them a chance to come back and they'll lie down. So, but that's all I got from last week. How about we move on to this week?
Let's just get into it, dude.
Let's get into it. Let's just start it.
It's week 12, dude.
Dude, I know. I cannot believe it. It's just like, again, I'm doing a double take. Like, wait, week 12? Like, I was like researching the lines before this. I'm like, week 12 lines. I was like, that just does not sound right. And
It's
especially
crazy.
because teasing into this for a prediction for one team in particular. Someone is getting a suspended player back, and they're not predicted to start until week 13, according to CBS. So that's why I kind of had to double check. I was like, wait, is this week 13 or is it the next week? And it is.
Okay.
So that is huge for one of my picks this week for sure. But let's get into it. We're starting also to tease another thing. I love the slate this week. I got burned a little last week, but I think I really got it figured out now. There's a lot of good dogs this week, at least point dogs, so I'll love to take that. But let's start off. My game of the week, Buffalo. We already kind of talked about it a little. And this is partially biased. The show with biased takes from biased fans. Partially. So I'm partial on the Buffalo Bills, and they're going right back to Detroit, the Motor City, to play the Lions on Thanksgiving. Let me tell you something. I can't remember the last time the Lions won a game on Thanksgiving. I mean, a horrendous franchise the last 20 years. But you want some fight? They're on, what, a 3-game win streak now?
3-game winning streak, dude.
Detroit Kitties, man. They're...
Well,
Bills are favored by 9. Yeah, dude, I bet you did.
Loved it.
I really messed up my pick last week. I think we were... Except for you, maybe. No, you Uno reversed.
I Uno reversed a couple times.
Yeah, you did. No, we were all on the Giants, and like that was, I don't know. Maybe they kind of found a way to expose Daniel Jones. Surprise, surprise.
and they shut down Saquon Barkley, which I've said.
Yeah.
To beat the Giants, you stop Saquon because the offense runs through him. So I think it was huge that they were able to do that, and not to get too far ahead, but knowing we have to play them in a couple of weeks, back to back, stop Saquon, you stop the Giants. So that's a big deal. And they showed you the blueprint on a good way to do it. And again, like this team's on a 3-game streak. I don't see them beating Buffalo though.
Dude, I hope not. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to take the over in this game too because that's 54. And
that's a high number.
I know, but we hit it this week against Cleveland, and like I just think Detroit passes the ball better, and hopefully with not Jamal Williams, their other DeAndre Swift, like maybe getting a little healthier, getting a little bit more into that rotation, but our run defense isn't bad. I think it depends who the Bills have healthy on defense. If Poyer's healthy, Milano's healthy, if we get Tremaine Edmonds back, I mean maybe even Greg Rousseau from that sprained ankle.
What about Trey White?
All right, so I think I talked about it last week, but
I feel like he's in the same spot as Chase Young is. It's like every week you're like, he's coming back, but it's nope. What?
Nope. No, there's been no media leaks about it. He technically is cleared, like I guess like logistically to come back because he's off the IR. He is practicing, but fun fact: the turf that is in Detroit is the same that was installed in New Orleans, which is where he tore his ACL. So I think that's maybe playing a little bit of a part of it. It's like let's not, I think there's no rush. I mean, the team, like, we're 6-3, hopefully, or no, we're 7-3. Hopefully, we're
7-3, baby.
Wins. I know, and just I'm hoping, like, when we get him back, it'll be such a difference maker on defense because we've been starting 2 rookies primarily at cornerback, and they've been doing pretty good. But I think that's another thing too that people theorize is that these rookies have been doing so good. There's not been a huge need for White to come back, but when he does, I think this defense is really gonna. I mean, the defense is already good. I think it's going to take another level. So I'm really excited for Trey to come back. But yeah, kind of like the over in that. I'm on the Bills.
Taking it -9.5.
I saw it -9. I'll take it at 9. I mean, I'm gonna take it no matter what. I'm biased. Like over the past 3 years, it's worked out for me. Betting on the Bills, and this past week against the Browns, it worked out. So I don't know, but. I'm on that. Bills are undefeated on Thanksgiving since we started playing on it 3-4 years ago. Knock on wood, that keeps going. So this Lions team is better, but I think we had Josh on a little bit of a pitch count this last game, so I think his elbow's healing up. And also Detroit's run D kind of stinks, like for the year. I know they bottled up Saquon, but I think we're going to get creative with that, and we'll just run the football. And Josh is good at that. So Bills by $1 billion. It's going to be a happy, happy turkey day. I'm hyped for that. Holden, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I feel like we've talked about this before. I'm going to have to go. I do love me some mac and cheese, but it's got to be the good mac and cheese. It's got to be the kind with like the melted cheese over top. Also, just really like taking some like nice like just some some of the white meat and just putting it in a Hawaiian bun. little mayo, mustard, maybe some hot sauce, and just making a bunch of little sandwiches. Just keep on eating them all day.
Oh yeah,
And
I love that the
then give
next
me
day.
oh yeah,
Turkey
and then give me
sandwich
some
day after
pumpkin pie,
Thanksgiving. Love pumpkin
dude.
pie.
And I whipped cream over the entire thing. I mean,
Ooh,
dude, I'm pumped for Thanksgiving, dude. It's Thanksgiving week, dude. Like, let's be real.
I
I'm
know,
pumped for some Thanksgiving, dude.
bro. I'm
I'm pumped.
hyped. I'm so
Hey,
hyped.
what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for you and this podcast.
Cheers to that, brother.
I'll drink to that, man. And my loving girlfriend and family and friends. You know, it's been a good
Hey,
year overall. So I'm very thankful for a lot of things. I'm glad I have things to be thankful for. So,
you nailed that like split hole.
ooh. You're thankful for things?
Dude, yes, bro.
Dude, nice.
Dude, nice.
I'm
Now,
thankful.
I'm also,
Huh?
go ahead. Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm thankful for this next game we got coming up. We got a preview we got to talk about, but you know,
I'm on the Bills as well. I don't need to say
dude,
anything
you
else.
said it
I'm on the
first. You
Bills.
said it first.
I did say
You're on
that.
the Bills. You beat me to it. You cut me off. Big
Sorry, I
jerk.
love you.
Just kidding. Hey, I love you too. No, it's all good here. So this one, in a way, is like your game of the week without being the game of the week.
This is a weird one.
Giants Cowboys, man. Giants Cowboys. I mean, Cowboys off a big dub. Giants off an L. Kind of got exposed. Like Giants are a team that has had a lot of close games. Like they're a good team, but they've won a lot of close games. They haven't won them outright. So maybe kind of that other shoe is coming down in a sense. But we talked about it a little bit before the pod. But tell me what's going through your head in this one.
So, like, obviously, I think a tie in this scenario would be sweet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just place it in my head. Like, I'm trying to do what's best for my team. I will say, you know, for the viewers at home, this is typically how it happens. I go to my in-laws on Thanksgiving, and they're diehard Cowboy fans, and I love them, obviously. Like, love my family. But typically, watching the Cowboys lose is kind of fun. Like, especially when you kind of can just sit back and just watch it and just see Cowboy fans. You know, it's like, you know, it's kind of fun. And typically, they lose on Thanksgiving. They haven't won as of recent. And we played them a couple times on Thanksgiving. We played them maybe two or three years ago, and we slaughtered them, and it was awesome. I'm just trying to think of what's best for my team at this point of the season, and I think it'd be better for my team if the Cowboys won, because I truly believe we could sneak up on this Giants team and steal their card. And this is also a Giants team that I've talked about multiple times. I've said I don't think the success will sustain, and I think we can find a way to steal their card. If they drop this one and we win, we're a half a game back from them, and then we play them the following week. So I mean, like, we are right there on their heels.
Yeah. I mean, you need that because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see them being as potent as they were this past week as far as the offensive production.
Yeah.
But I do think this team is on a high. I think Odell's not too far away from signing that contract.
You think he's really going to sign with the Cowboys?
Dude, this could be his. Is this his, like? Is he going to just sit down and watch this game and be like, whoever wins, I'm going to sign with them? Like, is that what this is?
Well, I know he
like?
tweeted during the game and was like, whoa, like seems like pretty good. Like, and
I mean, I feel like that's what people are hinting at. So this could just be something where it's not too far away for him to. I just, again,
being
I think
biased,
us having
why
to play.
not the Bills? Like, why not?
That's what I said. I thought he was gonna. I thought it
Like
was the Bills. I thought him and
Trump.
That's what I thought. I thought Vaughn was like, "Hey, dude, that's what I thought." So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want him to sign with either one of those teams, but
No. I don't get.
It is,
like, I know he already technically got the ring, you know what I mean? But he didn't play a full
That's
season with them.
yes,
like,
I know.
The ACL tear halfway through the game, like, and so part of me is like, do you not want to win another ring, kind of like Vaughn, you know? And I'm like, I don't think the boys are winning a ring. I don't think Giants are winning a ring.
I don't think so either. I mean, obviously, he's come right here, dude.
Honestly, who would fit in really well in that? That would be a tough.
I mean, it would be. He wouldn't come here, but that would actually be like I wouldn't hate it. Like, I wouldn't hate it. Like, I feel like just throw him in the mix, dude. Just
him and Terry, and then you got like McLaurin,
and then have Jahan in the slot, and then use Curtis as like a back because he's basically a running back now. Now that JD McKissick is out for the year, so like,
oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, JD's out for the year, but then again, like, I'm very confident in B Rob and AG getting it done. And Curtis Samuel, like, they use Curtis Samuel as like a weapon now. He's another like Swiss Army knife. I mean, they use him as a running back. So,
which was so
greatly
missed last year.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
100%. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll touch on it when we get to my game of the week. But
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm taking the Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah. That just sounds so gross to just hear you say out loud.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lose-lose scenario, really. So it's like, but I feel like we have a better shot at beating the Giants because we have to play them twice, and Taylor Heineke is 2-0 versus the Giants, so like we have a shot. It's just like
I almost think
I don't know.
ideally you would want the Cowboys to win because it beats the Giants down further, but then you
That's
would
what I
want
mean.
Cowboys to lose even more games. Or like I was trying to rationale this. Ideally, you want both teams to lose, but does Dallas have the winning record between the two teams, or are they like tied in record?
I think
It's real close.
they're both 7-3.
Okay, no,
They're
then that
both
totally clears up everything.
they're both 7-3, and we have to play the Giants twice. So I'm
Yep,
just like
that is the difference maker.
that's the thing right there. So it's
Mm,
like that's what it is.
well, let's hope it
It's
goes
tough.
out favorable
It's
for
a
you.
weird game. It's a weird game
It's a really
for
weird
me.
game. It's
I
a
don't
weird
like it at all. Honestly, I'm gonna watch it, but I just hope I can just like hone in on like one or two player props that I can just
No,
deal
I'm
with
with
that
you.
because I don't want
Like
to. I don't want to have
Thanksgiving,
to like watch
I
this
have
game.
to bet on this game. I have to bet on every
You have
Thanksgiving
to. It's
game
Thanksgiving, dude. You're gonna be drunk
with my
watching this game, dude.
family,
Yeah,
like
you have to watch this.
passing in and out of naps, from the turkey.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I have to bet on this game. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take the Cowboys as well. Like I think they look really well. I mean, is that their standard for the entire year? No, and this Giants team is good, but I think like this Dallas team, I think the defense is better. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the boys at home on Thanksgiving. Let's move it here to a super weird game. Patriots going to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Vikings who got absolutely gassed by the Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Vikings. This is a partially biased pick because I cannot pick the Patriots after they got a win. I guess that was a good thing, them beating the Jets, because in the
It
situation
was.
with
It
you,
was. It
they
was.
beat a team that had already beaten my Bills,
You
unfortunately.
needed that. You needed that.
And I think this Vikings team has to bounce back. I think maybe literally like I don't know if they were hungover or something, but like that is not the Vikings team we've seen all year. Like it hasn't been a perfect Vikings team, but it's been a pretty good Vikings team. And to get absolutely demolished like that is just embarrassing. So I think they're going to come back a little strong, even though Pat's played some good D, but this is not Zach Wilson at cornerback.
I agree completely. I like this. I mean, I don't love this Patriots team. I like them just because it's a Bill Belichick team. So it's like you're always, you never know what you're going to get. He's a good coach, blah, blah, blah. We've said it a million times, but it's like, I don't see the Vikings coming off of this loss being, I don't see this like kind of just like I feel like they're going to just take this loss, take it on the chin and be like, all right, we need to get back to what we know we can do.
Yep.
And I think Justin Jefferson is going to be like, this is unacceptable. Like Justin Jefferson had 33 yards. That's not Justin. That's not Justin Jefferson. Like that's not JJ. He don't do that. So
like he didn't even get him started until like what, the second half. I'm like, why are you not giving him more targets? Like, how are you not giving him more involved?
Like it's just they were shut down. I don't think this Vikings team is like the best.
It's the team in the NFC North. I mean, that's not saying much, but
it's going to be weird because it is Kirk on prime time, and it is a short week. Yeah, so that is weird. What have I done?
I know. Now this is another conundrum.
But this is weird. This is a weird game. Should we coin flip it? No. I'm not coin flipping it. I'm taking the Vikings. I think they're just offensively more talented.
Yes.
And I think they just had a bad week. And sometimes you have a bad week and you got to bounce back from it. I think the Patriots kind of stole one. And not to say that either one of the teams that won that game would have stole one because it was the lowest. I mean, it was a 3-3 game up until the last 5 seconds of the game.
Yeah, it's just gross football, not going to lie.
It was weird football. It was weird.
I would feel bad if I paid like a good amount of money to see that game. Like I would be
it would have been very odd. It would have been odd.
I would be like, I would have to drink to make this fun, almost in a way. Which I mean, truly, like, C3, great.
So wait, we have a clean. Are you and I clean sweeping on Thanksgiving Day games? We're all on the same page on Thanksgiving.
We are. Which, by the way, breaking news: I have overtaken Aaron for the lead in picks win percentage.
Ooh.
He had a bad week. I had a not as bad week, and I was only one game back. But a fun fact: me and Aaron are at 60% for the year. That's not bad. I'm not sure what like a professional analyst gets, but it's pretty good.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
1.5 our games right.
Hey, you got to take that.
we'll see where we land at the end of the year. Maybe we'll get 65%. I don't know how math works. Like,
Dude, not bad at all.
I know. So I'm hyped about that, but we'll see. It's not much of a lead, so I gotta maintain it. Let's move on to an AFC huge match. One of my best bets of the week. Houston are going to be playing the Dolphins in South Beach. I want to be partially biased to say Houston gets the upset. Y'all really gave them a smackdown. David Mills really lost in that game with 2 picks. Just really no chance of coming back.
Damn, buddy.
So, I mean, I gotta pick Miami. Like, I want to say, I don't even know who Miami played this week. Did they have a bye? I think they did have a bye. So, off a bye, fresh, healthy.
You got to take the Texans. You got to take the Texans, bro.
Bro, you're trying to reverse me. I just don't think it's gonna work. I was tempted. I did think about it. Yesterday. I was like, man, it's starting to reverse some games. Or no, I do need.
There's going to be
Texans.
Well, see, you're also in a position where
I'm betting on
probably going to make. You're probably still going to make the playoffs regardless if you win the division or not. I get you, dude.
And I want home and field advantage to the playoffs. I need Kansas City to drop some games.
I don't think that's going to happen, my brother.
I don't know what the rest of their record is like, but you know,
when we get to the KC game, I got some stuff to say about that. But
a boy can't dream, my guy.
Hey, I'm with you. I dream every day.
Let's see. They have Bengals. They could lose that one. Broncos. They'll definitely.
Hey, we're getting way too ahead of you. We're getting way too ahead. Hey, that's for next week and the week after.
Oh gosh, you're right. This is gonna be tough for them to lose 2 games. Holy cow, they have an easy schedule down the stretch. That is upsetting. You've upset me.
Hey,
all right, so who do you want? I'm on the Dolphins, but I'm taking Houston to cover. They're plus 12 right now. I think that's just way too many points.
Maybe I'll be partially biased for you. If I have to do that, then I will.
Fine, do it.
Fine, this is our show, and I'm gonna do this for you.
For me?
I'm taking the Texans. I'm an upset. Big upset,
at
dude.
Night, shine big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Hey, dude, I'm just telling you. Look, here's the reason I'm doing this too. So, we shut down the league's 5th best rusher. I'm talking 10 carries for 8 yards.
You did.
This ain't happening again. Dameon Pierce is going to come out, run all over these Dolphins.
Those Dolphins ain't got that Washington D-line. I know that's for dang sure.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, no, I can't do this. No, can't do it. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Oh, I appreciate your effort. I appreciate it.
I was going to try.
It just felt weird. You put on a different
It only works if it's for my squad.
Yeah,
it's just it only works if it's for my squad. But I tried it.
I would love an upset. I don't think it'll happen.
Dolphins are gonna win this game.
Probably, but hopefully
not. For sure, dude.
Life on the line. I don't know. Chicago gave a good run for their money. You're telling me Justin Fields and David Mills aren't the same dude?
It's Tyreek Waddle. It's just like that's all it is.
I could not name a player on Houston secondary to save my life.
So they had Stingley, that kid that they drafted, but he was out this week.
Oh,
and that's why. Yeah, he might be back. I don't know.
But
he wasn't. I mean, him being out, we didn't have a great day in the passing game.
No,
but again, we were trying to run the ball.
Yeah, so run the damn ball. All right, let's move on to a much more competitive game, a rematch of the wild card of last year, I believe. Bengals Titans going back to Nashville. Remember beating the AFC #1 seed last year in the playoffs. Close game. I believe there was some rumor, or I saw some clip from Joe Burrow that he said that on the game-winning drive in that game last year, his headset went out. So he called every play of that drive, which is pretty nuts. Could not imagine doing that. That being said, oh man, who are you on here?
I really like this Titans team. I do.
Right? It sounds gross to say out loud, though.
I mean, but then again, like this team's been good for a couple years. Like
but
this team has found
receivers.
They're not
scary.
They don't need
last 2
years
years. They were scary. Now they're just.
I know. I get it. You're right. If Jamar Chase was back, I might take the Bengals.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's back quite yet, and I just think this team is playing well.
Yep.
I was watching Vrabel on Thursday night.
Ooh.
When Ryan Fitzpatrick was interviewing him, and
I
just think he's just like sometimes it's just like the mannerisms and just like you see the coach and he's just so like relaxed and he just knows what he's got.
He's almost like a player's coach, even though he is like a little strict.
Playing in Lambeau against Rodgers is a hard feat, regardless of their record. It's a hard feat, and they dominated that game for the most part. And I just think this Titans team, nobody's really talking about them, and I think they like kind of more of the quiet underdog mentality. So I'm gonna take the Titans to get revenge on this one.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there too. I want to pick this Bengals team. In regards to Jamar Chase, I think they don't have a reason to rush him back. I mean, I think they're looking to be a playoff team, potentially winning the division. I mean, their only real competition is Baltimore.
The Ravens.
Baltimore. It doesn't look that Baltimore's not scary either. Very beatable team, even though division games are always tough. But yeah, I think this run game is just too much for this Bengals defense. They don't have enough on D. Bengals are a weird team. You have Joe Mixon going off for 5 tutties 1 week, and then you have Samaje Perine catching 3 passes out the backfield for 3 scores. Let's
go, Samaje.
I know. Yeah, Oklahoma, all-time leading rusher for OU. Fun fact.
I believe he has the NCAA record for most yards in a single game. Is that
I
true?
think he does. Yeah, he's a workhorse.
Something like that. I mean, hey, we drafted him. It was a Jay Gruden guy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, man. I wish it would have worked out there. I was so
met him a couple times. Pretty cool dude.
I bet.
Yeah,
he seems
training
nice.
camp. Yeah, very cool guy.
Great beard.
Dude, very big. He's also freaking huge.
You should watch the story on how he just started. He would literally lift concrete for weights because his parents didn't have weights that were heavy enough.
He's absolutely enormous.
He's just I just fell in love with lifting. I just wanted to get my bench press up as high as possible, even though I was a running back. I was like, what? But I'm on the Titans here. I think Tannehill really proved a lot by winning in Lambeau and passing when he needed to. Play calling is just good. Defense isn't bad. So I'm just on that at home. I think that is a difference maker. But we'll see. I think it'll be a good game for sure. Moving on to an absolute garbage game. No need to watch it. I bet the people in this market are I wish we could watch a different game. Because I think both these team seasons are pretty much done now. I could be wrong. But Broncos, Panthers. Panthers, that was my other best bet last week that covered. Yeah, and freaking Broncos, dude. I can't stand this team. I'm going to pick... I'm going to pick the Panthers. I picked Denver last week, and they messed me up. Damn, I just broke my pen. Whatever. So
it's crazy to me that we talked about this AFC West being so legit.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this year.
Absolutely.
And it's literally the same AFC West of the past 4 years. It's every single year. Go look at the seeding or the schedule or the records, at this point of the season.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. It's Chiefs up here, Chargers here, and then Raiders and Broncos, meh. It's just almost the same thing or, replace one or the other, whatever. It's we thought this was going to be the NFC East or the AFC East where every team has a winning record.
Yep.
The whole league was off, dude. The whole league was off. Every person was oh, look at this. Look at what – just goes to show you that on paper, it means nothing.
Agreed.
Let's see it in action. And I think, everybody will always say that, but there's a lot of people that bet the Raiders to win this division. And now you're the Chiefs is the Chiefs. Come on. This is until proven otherwise.
Kelsey is an absolute cheat code. Andy Reid is a future Hall of Famer coach.
It is. It just is what it is. So with that being said, I'm with you on the Panthers. Typically I like rooting against NFC teams, but this is a moment where I feel like I don't really have to worry about it that much because it's just they don't scare me. And this Panthers team hung with the Ravens for a good while. They really did.
I think they actually do just need I don't want to say a good quarterback, but that was a winnable game for them. Their defense balled out. They have good.
It really was.
Pieces. I don't know. I'm kind of almost curious to see what they do in the offseason, head coaching and quarterback wise, because I think
I've heard that Steve Wilkes is trending to potentially keep that job. I've heard
He's done
Well, I've
well.
heard reports. I know it's not terrible, not terrible.
No, but I think it's almost comparable to like I don't want to say after the whole Gruden thing of last year because I can't even remember the Raiders' record when first half of the season when he was coaching, but it was just like okay, this other guy comes in and like this team got better. I don't know how, like, but it just did. It's like I mean they moved pieces off. They got rid of Chris McCaffrey. They're running with backups and like, but they're still competitive in a lot of games. They've been covering
Yeah.
things.
Sometimes that's the thing too. Is like going back and looking at it, and it's like, are you competitive? Like, if you're competitive, that's something to build off of because it just shows that you're a couple things away from saying, hey, we can turn these losses into wins. And once we do that, we're going up here. And it's just like, again, that's with me too, with my team. It's like, are we competitive? Yeah. So that's important because then it just shows on those losses, like, hey, what couple of things could we have done during this game that would have put us in the winning margin or in that, what would have given us that W in the column?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Panthers, they have potential. They do. I mean, this team isn't extremely far removed from the Ron Rivera success. I mean, it's still it's gone. I mean, it's past. It's been 3-4 years, but there's still pieces over there.
Yep.
And it's also a division that's kind of
it's totally up in the air. There's
kind of
it's
kind of open still. Yeah,
we're going to bet on Tom Brady, who's old as dirt. Marcus Mariota, this is his third team he's been on, or Andy Dalton led New Orleans Saints. Like,
yeah, I mean,
this still is anyone's division.
Agreed.
For the most part. But yeah, forget the Broncos, but watch them find a way to win because now I'm picking them against them again. I think that's what Russell Wilson actually needs. But golly, that dude is so bad. Let's move on to actually a much more competitive game. Battle of quarterbacks who were drafted in the same year. Chicago Bears are going from the Windy City to the Big Apple to play the New Jersey Jets. And I'm picking Chicago here. I know Zach Wilson had a bad game against a Belichick defense, but Chicago's been good. They've been tight in a lot of games. I believe they are off a bye. No, they're not. They lost a tight one against the Falcons.
Yep, they lost the Falcons. And Justin Fields got a little dinged up, I thought.
Oh, did he?
I thought so.
That might change my pick.
But I mean, he might be. He still might be good to play.
Probably.
I know he. I think it's maybe even carted off. I could be wrong.
You talk and I'll check.
I thought potentially I thought he was one of those guys that he was projected. He was the first quarterback that could potentially have run for 100 yards in 3 straight games, and he came up like 20 yards short. And I think it's because he got injured and something happened.
It says he is questionable. That will change. If he doesn't start, my pick's voided. If he doesn't start, pick's voided.
I think I don't really want the Bears to win because, again, NFC team. I'm really weird about that.
Yeah.
Don't think they're going to come and fight me for my seed, and we already beat them, but I think the Bears win this game if Justin Fields plays.
Agreed.
One thing I did not like about Zach Wilson is what he said after the game.
Right.
He said something like about the defense or something. He's like, did you feel like you
let them
down? The defense down? And he's like, no. You need to take some accountability.
I don't care how you are of like 20, dude.
Dude, you got to just man up, take it on the chin. Hey, look, I suck this game. I need to be better. And they're still 6-4. Like, you're still in a good spot. So, like man
leaps and bounds better than last year.
Yeah. But I will tell you this. I mean, like,
gotta win your division games though. Like, that would have been huge.
This Jets team is weird. This Jets team is weird. And this, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Jets. Again, this is a team that I didn't really see being even a 6-win team. So the fact that they are, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can sustain it. But this is also a team that I could see very well just going like dumpster fire back into the ground.
You think?
So, absolutely. Sorry to our Jets insiders out there, but
I don't know.
I could just see it.
I'm hyped for this Bears team. Like, they're just fun to watch. I know they don't win games, but they're fun to watch. And I think there's something to be said for that. There's some excitement where you're like, okay, next year.
Dude. Justin Fields is exciting to watch. If he could work on that throwing and get that down, and you've got a core of Kement, who had a sick catch, Darnell Mooney, Claypool, and then you've got a decent backfield with Herbert and Montgomery. Pieces. That's pieces. That's something to work with.
Pieces.
Keep drafting. Maybe a couple people want to come into the Windy City. I mean,
Pieces.
They got stuff to work with. They got pieces. They have legitimate pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Well, I like Reese's Cups, but Reese's Pieces are all right too.
Oh, those are good. Those are classic. Yeah, so we're both on the Bears. Cool beans. All right, and now
are we on every same pick so far?
I think we are. Yeah, this is kind of scary.
This is not good. We got to change this up here soon.
We got to. Well, I don't know. My record's better than yours, so maybe it's good you're tailing me.
Oh, that's true.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Whatever. We're biased.
It does matter. I'm pissed off about it.
You better be. I know it keeps you up at night.
It does.
But yeah, your game of the week: Falcons coming to FedEx, Washington on.
Are you going to that game?
It's up in the air because for the listeners at home who don't know, Holden has generously hooked me and another close friend up with potential seats to go to this game. This is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Both me and our friend will be in Richmond for it, and he's actually my ride back because I didn't want to take a train back. They're too expensive or like really weird times. So, I mean, if he's my ride, can I say no and then I figure something else out? Or I was thinking about asking.
I mean, even if you went like to half the game, I don't know. Like, dude, this is gonna be a fun game. Like,
well, no, especially because this is one they can win. Like, and I love rooting for Taylor. Like, I do like this Washington team. The defensive line is playing out of their mind. I mean, wide receiving course great. B-Rob, you gotta love that story. And he runs with a chip on his shoulder. I love a back that's not afraid to take a little contact and muscle some in. You know, a lot of cool people to root for on this Commanders team for sure. And like, I haven't been to a Washington game yet this season. When it was so nice that you were able to hook me up with 3 last year. So. Especially me getting a ride out there and not taking the metro, that is tough to pass up. So I'm gonna lean towards yes because I will be.
Brian said he would let me know by tomorrow night. So okay. I'm sure.
I'm gonna text my mom and we'll figure something out. Because like I think I was talking to Morgan about it, and she was like, "Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of you like, I don't know, like because I mean not a stink about like oh well I want to spend some quality time with my family and like me leaving work Wednesday night and be like okay Thursday." Friday, Saturday. I mean, it's 3 days with them, and then Sunday morning.
Sunday, yeah.
Because Ryan was like, "You probably have to leave at like 9 a.m." and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that's fair. Like, whatever." So we'll see. I'm gonna say trending towards yes.
Okay.
Questionable. Trending towards yes.
If not, right on.
Yeah, but I'm hyped for it. Tell me why Washington's gonna absolutely win this game.
Well, they're not. It's Falcons all day. You know it is.
Dude, I know you've been about them.
It's the Falcons all day,
aliens, baby.
It's the Falcons, baby. Like, how could the Falcons?
South, brother.
Come on, dude. You know what it is. Falcons are gonna win this game, right? Falcons are gonna win this game. Now, I mean, this is a huge game for both teams, really. I mean, Washington's obviously 6-5.
Yeah.
Falcons 5-6. Teams fighting for the division. Obviously, I'm really hopeful that we have a shot in this game. I really think that this is look. Taylor Heineke is 1-0 versus the Falcons. I'll say that first. Okay, he's 1-0 versus the Falcons. Playing against a team that he grew up in Georgia. So this is a team that
this is true.
He didn't necessarily grow up rooting for, but
familiar with.
He grew up in the area. Kyle Pitts is out for the year.
I know, that's really sad. I mean,
it does suck. It's sad. It sucks for my fantasy team because my fantasy team is horrible and they're just absolutely hot garbage.
Yeah. Dude, you're telling me I have to hope that the Cardinals defense balls out for me tonight to beat Aaron, and I really needed that win.
Young player. The only thing I think they'd have to worry about is really containing Cordell Patterson. He ran one back.
Good for him. All-time leading kick returner now.
Is he?
That's what I saw on Twitter. Over Hester.
Wow.
And he's got 9
well,
returns.
Yeah, he's scary, and we have to contain him. But other than that, like I think this team has a real shot, and you're staring 7-5 in the face.
That sounds nice.
That sounds beautiful. I mean, 7-5. It's crazy how one game 7-5 sounds 10 times better than 6-6. It's like one game is huge because there's only 17 games,
and especially an NFC win and like.
Oh yeah, NFC. Yeah, so I'm taking the Falcons. Give me the Falcons all day.
Damn, dude, I'm gonna bet on that. I'm gonna bet on that for sure. Well, Holden, I guess is where we're finally gonna disagree. I'm on the Washington Commanders. Take command, brother. What was it, left hand up or was it right hand up?
Left hand up.
Left.
Who are we? Who are we? The
Commanders.
Commanders.
That's right.
It's a banger, dude. It's a banger, dude.
It is a banger. I mean, I can't believe you were there when it was invented, True
Damn right,
Washington
dude. I was in the
royalty.
video. I was in the video.
You were. If you look like right in the back, like you're there. Everyone knows this
I,
already. We're already telling people things that they already know. But yeah,
I
dude,
know.
I think it's all about these Commanders. I think they're on a little bit of a hot streak. They're coming back home after kind of I don't want to say a cushy road win, but like I feel some guys should have been able to get some rest, or like not overexert themselves too much.
Chase Young's back officially. Activated today. Chase Young's officially back, baby.
I might as well just take him to have 3 sacks. He's fresh.
Back.
He's fresh.
He's fresh. He's hungry.
He's hungry. He's ready to get those sacks.
He's hungry, boy.
He better eat. He's gonna eat some Falcons. He's gonna eat that chicken meat. OH, that's true. Yeah, I think there's not much to say else about it. I'm on the Commanders. I think they're playing different. It's good to see Taylor keep getting starts. Let's move on to a competitively weird game here. The Buccaneers are going to Cleveland to play the Browns. Suspended player not coming back yet. So we want to take the Browns. I kind of like how they played against us this past week, and I still am not impressed with this Bucs team. But I believe they're off a bye, so part of me thinks that's a good thing. I love teams off a bye. What do you think?
This is tough. It's kind of tough. I don't know, dude. This one's tough. I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
You're gonna go with the Bucs?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's almost like you kind of have to pick a champion in the NFC South, and I'm just going to pick the Bucs and just be like, okay, let's just let them win the games, and the rest of the NFC South start losing. So Falcons. Let's see. Again, some of those teams don't really. I'm not really worried about them because they're not close to me yet. I say that, but they're not close to my wild cards yet. But all these teams are scrapping and fighting for a seed. So I don't know. Team off a bye. Tom Brady. I'll take the Bucs.
Mike Evans, all that stuff. Yeah, no, dude, I'm totally with you. I'm on the Bucs here as well. I love teams off the bye. I just looked it up, and teams coming off a bye have won like 80% of their games. I mean, not every team has had a bye, so that number's a little inflated. But yeah, I'm like fully on that, even if it's on the road. But so I do like that. But so let's move it on to another competitive game here. Baltimore Ravens going down to Jacksonville, Duval County, to play the Jags. Part of me really wants to pick this Jags team because they are off a bye as well. I don't think this Ravens team is that good. They have no healthy wide receivers. Although trading for Roquan Smith really has bolstered their defense a lot. Lamar Jackson is still top 5 guy in my mind.
Yep.
But I do like how the Jags' run game has been, but Lawrence has been inconsistent. So is Baltimore's run game. Lamar Jackson is still their leading rusher with 600 yards. Yeah, but I'm going to say experience prevails. It's going to be the Ravens, even though I wouldn't be surprised if Jags make this close.
I am going to pick the Ravens. I think this Ravens team, even when they don't look good, they find a way to win.
Yep.
They're
so well
this was a weird. It's a good coach. It's Lamar Jackson. It's Gus Edwards healthy again.
No.
Still got Mark still got Mark Andrews. You're right. The receiving core is definitely awful. Decimated, but it's Lamar Jackson, dude. It's Lamar Jackson, and like you said, everything. I'm just Roquan Smith. But Jags team is young, and it can be good. They're hungry, but not this week, brother. It's the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to win this division. Like I really do. I think this Ravens team is going to start finding a way to
find a way.
That 13-point game that they had. Like I think they're going to come off that and be like, hey, look, we snuck one, we got one, but
yeah,
we're not playing like this again. Like this isn't Ravens football. So
no, it is not. But I think they're going to have to address some serious needs in the offseason potentially and just try to find a true identity. I mean, one of them is are you going to make Lamar Jackson the highest paid player in the NFL? And how do you get a championship team around him? So that's crucial. But keeping it moving here, Holden. We got 6 games left. That's right, 6. You heard me. The Raiders are playing the Seahawks off of a bye. Raiders got a crucial last-second win against the terrible, terrible, awful Russell Wilson Denver Broncos. But it's all Hawks here. I love teams off a bye. The Hawks have been a good team. Lost a tough one in Germany, but we can blame them on jet lag or just Tom Brady, whatever. Because they're not a perfect team. But the way they've been running, the way Gino's been playing, I really do think that this Raiders team is done. Just to segue right here, I heard a crazy rumor, or I saw a crazy one on Twitter. It's not confirmed, but there are rumors.
Hit me.
Raiders would trade for A-Rod in the offseason.
I did see that. It would be a clean swap, right? I saw that.
I don't know necessarily clean, but I think Raiders
would
have to give some picks.
Well, they would. I shouldn't say clean swap, but it's QB for QB plus or minus some picks because it's A-Rod for Derek Carr. Like that.
Kind of like a Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff situation, if we're going to compare it to something in recent memory.
Yep. Saw that. That's the only way that Devontae Adams would probably potentially stay there. Yep. And, I mean, again, it's in Cali. It ain't exactly where, Aaron Rodgers is necessarily went to college or anything, but it's close to the area, still in
Las Vegas.
Wait, no, Las Vegas. Jesus,
I know, dude. That's gotten me so many times. I finally got you.
It did get me. But still closer to that side of the country. Either way, he's close to California. He's close to where he lives in the off season. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So that would be. I could see it. But you're totally wrong, dude. It's Raiders all day, dude. Derek Carr is 1-0 after he started crying on his press conference. About to be 2-0.
What a large stat.
He is. It's just one of those times where, again, the Seahawks team, the Seahawks and the 49ers are the two teams that I'm most worried about because one of those two teams is going to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the Giants in my division, but one of those two teams is going to win the division, and I'm like, which one is it? I'm thinking it's the San Francisco 49ers. So I really need this Seahawks team to start losing, and I think this Raiders team is better than the record shows. Some people would say you are as good as your record, but
no Hunter Renfrow, no Darren Waller.
Give me the Devontae Adams, baby. That's all Aaron Rodgers had last year. And I know Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr, not the same person. But overtime win against a division opponent. I think they're going to be juiced up. Like I said, 1-0 after crying on a press conference. About to be 2-0. That's right. Raiders.
We disagree, dude.
You're win,
whack.
Baby.
You're whack, dude. All right, moving on to our next week's guest team. Chargers, Cardinals. I want to say Cardinals won earlier this season. I am not sure. Holden, do you remember by chance?
Cardinals won earlier this season? What are you talking about?
This is the first time these two teams have played? Division? They're AFC and NFC. I'm so dumb. Wow. Haha, I got you. Pranked you. Pranked everyone. Pranked all the listeners. Haha. If Kyler Murray's playing, I'm going to go Cardinals. I think D-Hop is too explosive. It was nice to see Keenan Allen back for the Bolts. I think that's a huge part of their offense and just a huge relief for the young gunslinger. And Eckler scoring is great, but I think Kyler Murray just has more of an X factor, but this health is starting to really linger and be an issue. So yeah, Bolts if Kyler's not playing, Cards if Cardinals are playing.
Yeah, I'm going Bolts here. Again, this Cardinals team, a little sneaky for me. I love this Chargers team, even though they're losing a little bit. I do think that this Chargers team is good. Love me some Eckler in the end zone, but dude, I saw a crazy stat that. But I'll get to it when we get to that game. But
okay.
The Chiefs team is hard to beat, and you can't be pissed off. They're still 5-5. They're still fighting. Correct. And they're still 5-5. They're still right there in the thick of everything. So I think they need this game. I need to catch up on some HBO Hard Knocks. I don't know if you've watched any.
No.
You haven't watched one bit?
No.
Dude, you need to watch it. It's freaking good. It's good.
It'd be better if it was a better team. I think last year was
better.
But it's the Colts are one game out from the playoffs, and now here we're talking about this Cardinals team that is kind of trending to not make the playoffs.
But tonight, if they win, I mean, this is going to be
No, it
It's
is a little
huge.
bit.
I mean,
It does turn
Colt
the page
McCoy's
a little,
starting tonight. Colt McCoy starts
which I
tonight.
don't
They'd be
hate.
5-6. I don't hate
I
either. Colt
especially
McCoy's
as
a
a
good
10-point
backup, dude.
dog. I was like, ooh,
Is it 10 right now? I thought it was 9.5 still.
I got it
10?
at 10, brother. It is. I was like, that's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
points for
that's
a
that's a lot
division
of points
game,
for a division game. That's a lot of points in the second
especially
half of
when
the
they
season.
beat a division opponent the week
I've
before with
also
some
heard.
backup.
I think we talked about too some of those trending off of last year. What we used to do is like after the second half of the season,
Yeah, yeah.
start taking division unders because
Oh,
typically like division
yeah.
unders just start racking up at a fairly high rate toward the end
Mm.
of the season. It's just one of those things that just happens. It's just teams start,
It's
you know,
43
it's
right now.
40. That's kind of low. Well, I don't know.
88% of moneyline bets are on San Francisco. If that makes you feel any better as well, fade the public too while you're at it, which typically is
I can't
not
remember who I
bad.
took. I think I did take the Cardinals in this game from last week.
I think I did too. Or
I
did
think I
I?
did. I think I
No, maybe
did.
I didn't, and I don't know. We'll look it up. Our stats guy, he's great. He'll get it. He'll get us
Yeah, yeah.
right. You know, he does a
He'll
great
figure it
job.
out.
You're on the Bullets. I'm on the Cards. You stink. This is why your record stinks so bad.
Damn
Um,
right.
that felt mean to say out loud, and I'm sorry immediately.
It's okay. Hey, you know what? I'll take it on the chin.
Here we go, bud. 4 games. Here it is.
Hey,
Saints. What?
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, it's tough for me because
No, it is. It
yes,
is.
I do. I do. It's just
Because you pick your squad to win, and
I have to like do what I hypothetically think the football gods out there are trying to play with me because I feel like I get played with a lot. Washington fan, it's a tough life, so it's like I need to do everything I can to make the football gods happy.
mm,
And sometimes I feel like it's like I can't have nice things. It's like it's something. Do I have to root against my team for them to win? Like sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Okay,
gotta do what you
so
gotta do.
if I got to pick the Falcons to win a game for my team to win, I'm going to do it at all costs. Because guess what? I mean, I've picked against them the past 2 weeks, and what's happened? We're winning ball games, baby.
That's right. Don't want to switch up now. Saints 49ers in the Bay. Saints had a nice win against a banged up Lions team. Not Lions team. Sorry, I'm thinking Matt Stafford. Rams team. The West Lions. I'm gonna go Niners here. I think this is kind of simple. I mean, this Saints team does have some fight in them. They seem to be getting better. No, they're like the most inconsistent team. 1 week they're really good, the next they're not. The San Fran team is just more consistent, better defense, better run game. I'll take them.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints here. Okay, so I think Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston's a little bummed out that he
I know
lost
I
his starting
saw
job.
that,
You saw
but
that.
I
It does stink for
mean,
Winston, but I don't know. Like maybe they switch back to Winston.
no,
Maybe they no
no,
no.
because I don't think this head coach has any like. They signed Winston back when Sean Payton was still head coach. Like, I mean, this head coach has no allegiance to him. Like, I mean, it was
This is
kind of an
true.
experiment of like, I don't want to say a Mariota-esque thing. I mean, if we're gonna use two guys in the same draft class, who like, oh, maybe he just
Going one
needs
and two.
a change of colors, a change of uniform, a year to sit behind a Hall of Famer Drew Brees, and like he'll get right. And we can blame some of it on injuries. We can blame it on others, like because even when he was healthy, it's not like he was a top 10 guy or a top 15 guy. It's like there were
Right.
flashes of it, but it's just not consistent. And now it's just so many injuries with his back. Oh, look at him. That's a big old boy. Golly, Hampton, you're looking a handsome guy.
God dang, you're big. All right.
Yeah, he is. Don't hurt dad's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude. I mean, I don't feel that bad for Jameis. I mean, like, I think injuries have caught up with him, and that stinks. But if you're a quarterback, it's like, and your back's that messed up, and especially you're a little bit of a mobile dude, and you can't do that anymore. I don't blame him. I mean, I think the Saints team is looking for a quarterback in the draft this next
I
year.
think this Saints team is in a really bad spot just in the future in general. Like,
I
I just
agree.
think they're in a very, like, they're just,
They've been
I
in a
think
bad
they've
spot for
just,
years, contract wise.
exactly. I mean, like, Michael Thomas and, like, all the injuries that he's piled up on now that he can't even, like, it's just, it's not a good team,
Chris Olave is
but
nice. Alvin
they're going to be
Kamara.
they're going to beat the 49ers, put it that way. That's
Oh,
right.
49ers at home is tough, though, man. That's just
Man, it's
tough.
Jimmy Garoppolo, dude. I ain't scared of no Jimmy G. Get out of here, dude.
Dude, where's George Kittle been? I feel he's like falling off the face of the
Dude,
map.
he said that too. He said like he said like I'd like more than 2 targets a game, but it is what it is. Like that's what he said, and I'm like, yeah, dude. Why aren't they throwing you the ball? Like I know you can block, but get George Kittle the freaking ball, dude.
Yeah, no, he is an athlete in space. He's tough to tackle. Like, I don't want to compare him to
Yeah,
Gronk and Kelsey, but he is definitely in that conversation.
he absolutely is. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a year where he was like just he was the guy. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just it is what it is. But
And
yeah,
even Debo's been kind
um,
of off this year, too.
Debo has been a little off. Hasn't been the same Debo. I know he's a little banged up here and there, but
Yep.
it's
Signed
not
a
been
big
the same.
contract, though. Yep. Let's move it on here to this isn't a Super Bowl matchup. It feels like it should have been, though. Rams Chiefs in Kansas
Ooh.
City. Teasing this one. I'm giving this one to you for free. This is one of my best bets of the week. That being said, I'm all on Chiefs here. Although, guess the spread, Holden, as of right now.
All right, let me think. I'll say Chiefs minus 12.5.
Ooh, that's actually closer than I thought you'd get. I was really hoping you could say 7, so it'd be like double it. 14.5, dude.
Dude, so let me tell you something. Swear to God.
Yeah.
Almost said 14.5, and I was like, absolutely not.
That's just like a
And then
ludicrous number for a program.
then I thought 13, and I was like, nah, that's still too much.
Yeah.
Then I thought 12. I was like, let's go 12.5. No Kupp. No Cooper Kupp. Obviously.
No Matthew Stafford potentially hit. This is
Potentially no Stafford.
It's a second concussion in a month, man. Like, I mean, that's just.
Dude, this team is just. What happened to this team, dude? This team was. They didn't lose anything on defense. They only added pieces. It's just. It's kind of crazy, but
age
I don't have to tell you,
man.
dude. It's the Chiefs, dude. This team is freaking good.
They are. I hate how good they
are. Regardless if you get rid of Tyreek Hill, you still have Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce puts up 3 touchdowns anytime he wants.
Yep.
I saw a stat that Patrick Mahomes, and I think I had already heard it before, and I was just like, I kind of shrugged it off. But then I realized like how incredible it actually is. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes is 14-0 versus his division. He has never lost a division game, dude. Do you know how mind-blowing that is? And dating back from November and December, they are 25 or 24-0 in November and December over the last however long that is. I mean, like, they haven't lost in November and December. They just haven't lost.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, man.
It is insane.
Like, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like, it's just I would love for my team to have a few years of success like that, where you're just like, hey, we're just gonna sweep our division opponent every freaking year. Both their games were closed. Wait a second. Now that I feel like Justin Herbert beat the Chiefs one year. Am I wrong on that?
I mean, Justin Herbert's been in the league, what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. Now I'm like all messed up on that. Now I feel like I'm messed up on that stat, but I swore I saw he was like 14-0 versus his division, as if like he had never lost a division game or something. I'll have to go back and check it now.
Maybe at home, but
maybe that was. I just know that
that's impressive.
Basically, he wins division games and he wins in November and December. Bottom line, he wins a lot, and he's won a Super Bowl, and
arguably he was, I don't know, like what, one play away from going to another one.
Yeah. So I'm going with the Chiefs. There's not much I have to say about it. Like you said earlier, Andy Reid, good coach, great coach. Super Bowl winning coach.
You see that commercial with him in the State Farm?
I think with the mustache thing. I did see that. Good commercial. Patrick Mahomes comes in, with his little Kermit voice and was like, "Hey, it happened again."
Hey, coach, like what? Like, and just like throws the markers like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm like, I need to see Andy Reid in more commercials. Heck, let him host SNL. This guy just looks funny. Like, I don't want to say like generic older fat dude with a mustache, just funny.
That was harsh.
It is, and no disrespect to Andy Reid, even though he did say he was going to get a cheeseburger after he won the Super Bowl. But all that aside, he needs to be in more stuff. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to necessarily, unless it's for a lot of money, but I liked it. I was like, this is great. He seems like such a character. Like,
it was funny.
Would love to see more of him. So, right, we're both on the Chiefs, obviously. 14.5 points is a lot of points, even though this Rams team is like half dead.
That's a frick ton of points.
It's just so many points.
Talking 2 tutties, like that's a frick ton of points.
Yeah, it's especially for a team though.
But then again, it's the Chiefs, so it's also like
that's one of the weird ones. Super Bowl championship, like
I know exactly.
Still Jalen Ramsey, still Aaron Donald, added Bobby Wagner.
Allen
Robinson. No run game.
Yep.
No offensive line. Moving on, Sunday Night Football. Packers, Eagles in Philly, Green Bay off a tough home loss against those Titans. I'm going Eagles here. I was half tempted to take Green Bay because I think Green Bay is a 7-point dog, but I don't know. Philly snuck one out against a tough, apparently well coached Indy team, but I think Philly gets back on track at home here. I think this Packers team is still not very great.
Taking the Eagles here too. You know, beat the Eagles a couple weeks ago. Is
That
what it
was,
is.
oh, dude, that was electric.
Is what it is.
Is what it is. Just another
You
day as a
know,
Washington fan. Whatever.
8-0 team, whatever. No, I mean it was a very scary game. It was no cakewalk by any means.
Nope.
And this Eagles team just came off what really could have been a loss for them
Yeah,
against
it
Jeff
almost
Sat.
should have.
Yeah, kind of should have, but again, end of the day, they got the dub.
Mm-hmm.
I think this Packers team is just really almost done. They're really like it's another game or two, and you can kiss those playoff hopes goodbye. They've lost 7. You lose 8, then you got to win out to even have a shot going 9-8. Like it's going to be really tough for Aaron Rodgers. I know that Aaron Rodgers is still, if you had an accuracy test, I'm sure he could beat, probably almost every quarterback out there if you wanted to set him up and just say, hey, Aaron, hit this target. I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers, but he just doesn't have the pieces this year.
Nope.
A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones just aren't what I thought they were going to be.
Nope.
Christian Watson's been better, but
still a rookie.
Still a rookie, still makes mistakes.
Yep.
It's the Eagles here, dude. On Sunday night in Lincoln. I mean,
at the link, baby. Oh,
at the link, yeah, day. They're gonna win, dude.
Nah, I'm with you on that.
Eagles will be 10-2 and be, they're still playing for first place. They want that bye week. So.
No, of course, yeah, no. I mean, well, because that's how it was when they, made that run to the Super Bowl. It all went through Philly, and you're a Philly fan. You're hoping that lightning strikes twice, and
you want that bye. The bye is so much more important now, with it being one team gets it. It's so much more crucial. So
completely agree. Need that. Let's finish up here with our Monday night game. I actually love this Monday night game. Like, I'm excited. This may throw it up as much must-watch football, I think. I think it's potentially be a really good game. Would not have said that 3-4 weeks ago. Steelers in Indianapolis playing the Colts. I want to take the Steelers here. I really do, but this Colts team is showing some fight. The defense is looking like the defense of last year that carried them through so many games. Finally getting the running game going with electric Jonathan Taylor. I'm gonna take the Steelers here. I think T.J. Watt. They put up a heck of a fight against the Bengals, man. I mean,
they did until they didn't, but they did.
George Pickens or whatever, or whoever the quarterback is.
Pickett. It's Pickett and then
Pickens. That's confusing.
It is
confusing. Make sense. Yeah. Pickett, I think he's getting a little better. I mean, he didn't have too great of a game against the Bengals, but he did enough. Najee Harris started getting going, so maybe that's a good sign. But yeah, I'm rolling with them. TJ Watt, Nick Fitzpatrick, Matt Ryan's still old as dirt. Jonathan Taylor's still stud. Jeff Saturday is still an inexperienced coach going up against one of the most experienced.
All right. I am going to take the Colts here.
I knew you were going to. You love the Colts team.
I do like this Colts team. I mean, I also think they should have won this past week, and I think that's going to kind of sting a little bit.
One player away.
It is. I mean, it is kind of stupid that they just let Jalen just walk in on that final touchdown. I mean, literally, the hole was just. It's like when you step back and just looked, and it's just I'm just going to walk in. I mean, it's just. The fact that they did not have a QB spy on there kind of pisses me off a little bit. But
I mean, you always
regardless
should have one on someone that's mobile.
Absolutely, there should just be somebody just plug right in the middle and just say, "Watch him, make sure he doesn't take off, and just go." Look, bottom line, dude, I took the Steelers under. All right, so can't have them win any more games.
But they're over.
I'm sorry. So we're going Colts here, and it is what it is.
But I think that'll be a good game.
I think it will be a good game. I think T.J. Watt is definitely help the Steelers. Definitely more competitive with TJ Watt.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so excited for Chase Young, because I think Chase Young is like one of those type of players where it's like you have an elite pass rusher. Not that Montez Sweat isn't, but
the two of them together, then you have bookends.
Oh my god!
You can't double both of them and Theron Payne and Jared Allen.
And
you can't do it.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, sorry. And then potentially
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
Jonathan.
Now you're messing with me.
Mm-mm.
John Allen.
You said Jared twice.
No, you said Jared twice.
No, roll the tape back.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Yeah, dude, because like it really hit me for me, like us having Vaughn and everything. It's just how important that position is. It's like there are very few positions on the field where that position can take away possession. Like, and especially in a one-on-one scenario, there's multiple DBs, there's multiple wide receivers, but it's like literally, it's like a defensive end is facing a lineman, and it's literally one person between him and the football.
Yep.
And like,
yep,
that is how important that is. But I am tempted to take the over in this game. 39.5. It's a tight number, but Pittsburgh put up 30 last week. Colts put up 20 plus the week before.
It's tempting,
but it's like two defensive teams, so I think I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, probably smarter.
Play it safe. Yeah,
play
exactly. Safe. Crossing it off my
late in the season. You got to play it safe here.
Exactly. You're right.
Got to go really strategic here. We're getting to the nitty gritty. Lines are getting sharper. Vegas is getting sharper. You got to be very careful about the bets that we put out for the viewers. You know
this is true.
This has got to be very precise. You can't be throwing stuff out here.
Good bets.
It's
best bets.
Yes, we have to go best bets, baby.
All right. That sounds good. Speaking of best bets,
great.
You got it.
Yeah. Shoot, don't I
ever?
It's early. What do I always put out? What, 4? So
3 or 4, yeah, usually.
We'll go Washington minus. What is it at 3, 3.5?
I saw 3.5. I would like it better at 3.
I don't know if I want to make that one of my best ones.
I mean,
we're definitely doing that as our best one. That's definitely a best bet. I mean, dude, I'm sorry. This team's on fire. You know they are. This team is juiced. They're ready to go. Taylor is playing like it's his last game every week. He got emotional at his press conference at the end of the game.
Right.
Jonathan Allen, I'm gonna have to send you Jonathan Allen at the end of the game in the locker room. What he said just made me want to literally punch myself in the face. I was so juiced up.
Yeah.
It was like this man just told you like it is. He's like, look, man, this was good, but let's not wait for a loss to wake up. Let's wake up now. He's like, we got things to fix. And I'm like, my man, like, what's up. Like, let's go. Yep. They know what's in front of them. They know what they got to do. Sorry, I'm going on a rant.
Dude,
Washington minus 3.5. I'm going to take Taylor over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I assume that his passing touchdowns will be set at 1.5, might be even set at 0.5. I don't know what you're going to get at, but he hasn't thrown a touchdown in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
he's like, so I'm going to take him over. I think he's due. He had 3 against Atlanta last year, and he had 300 yards borderline put on them last year. Also going to take his over passing yards. Okay. So I've got a couple of Taylor Heineke props. We're going very prop heavy in this Washington game.
Yep.
So 2 props, 1 game, and then I'm also going to take my last and final game. I'm gonna take the Rams plus the 14.5.
Too many points. It's just too many points.
That's a lot. 2 touchdowns to me. I feel like if the Rams can keep it within 2 touchdowns, I think to me that's something that, I mean, again, I'm talking about Andy Reid, a Super Bowl winning head coach. Well, Sean McVay is also a Super Bowl winning also a coach that won a Super Bowl. So it's like
defense.
It is. I'm just like 14.5 is a freak ton of points in a game. That is a freak ton. If he does not play, I don't know if I like that bet as much. If Matt Stafford doesn't play,
I know.
I still feel like I almost take it at that point. I still feel like I might take it. Yeah. I just do, because I see Kansas City winning by 10 or 14, but like 17, then you're starting to get like, oof, a lot of points. A lot of things got to go your way.
Not only that, it's like you could see like a backdoor cover, Like I mean, like I really do think
Exactly. Like, yeah, maybe it's 21 points and then they score a touchdown late and there's like, oh, you won by 14. It's like, okay, it's like
yeah, like
something
getting
something
that
weird
hook is
like that.
huge. Yeah.
It is
Damn.
huge.
Love those bets. Love those bets, Holden. All right, here are mine. I think I got 5 or 6 here. I love the slate. I loved it last week. I like it better this one. I think I got a better idea of it. Bills -9. I always take it. Undefeated on Thanksgiving. Josh Allen, Sean McDermott. I'm not gonna say any more. Knock on wood. Hope it happens. Love a happy Thanksgiving. Giants +9. I think it's just too big of a number for a division game. Plain and simple. Even though this Detroit team is better, but if they don't let the run, Giants are gonna keep it close. Houston +12. Again, too many points. Just too many points against Miami. I know the first one 5, just too many points. Chicago +6. If Justin Fields plays. If he doesn't play, forget it. Scrapped.
Right. Scrap
But
it.
if he plays, I think that's kind of like easy money. Like, and here we go. Seattle -3.5. Love them off a bye. They've been covering some spreads beforehand. Love them to come back in a big one against this Raiders team that is not that good. And then finally, lastly, me and Holden on the same ones. Rams +14.5. Just again, too many damn points. It's a professional football game. These people are the top of athleticism. It's a lot.
Let me get Raiders. Let me get sprinkle on Raiders money line for sure.
Raiders money line.
Raiders money line. Yeah, no, I really like this setup for the Seahawks downfall to start.
I mean, I'm with you because this team should not be this good, but they are. And it's
Raiders money line, baby. Raiders money line. Put a half UE on it. What is it?
We're doing half unit bets now.
I mean, why not, dude?
I don't know.
I'll put a full unit on it.
Full unit.
I'm not putting a full unit on it. I'll put
you're doing a full unit.
0.75
for the viewers at home. +165.
Yeah, give me that all day, dude. You kidding me? It's the NFL, baby. We were +400 versus the Eagles. Come on now, baby. +165. Give me that all day.
Dude, tell me. All right, this is a fun stat. Just looking at this, I don't know how accurate it is. 86% of bets are on the Jets money line.
Who are they playing again?
Chicago. I know we just talked Bears, dude. That's
really. Well, maybe they're really thinking that like Justin Fields isn't playing, but like who's their backup?
I want to say it's like Chase Daniels, unless that's the Chiefs.
No, I think that's. I thought he was the Chargers backup.
Oh, maybe you're right.
I forget who the backup for them. I don't know. Doesn't matter that much.
Doesn't matter that much. Trevor Siemian.
Oh, he's got. It's a revenge game, dude.
Revenge game,
dude.
I'm all about it, baby.
I love revenge games. You know, Taylor Heineke had a revenge game.
He did.
Taylor Heineke had
every week is a revenge game for him.
Dude, damn right, dude. It's a revenge versus the NFL, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
Now he's back, baby.
Now he's back. Oh, love it. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for Turkey Day. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great week.
I can't wait. It's gonna be wonderful. I got a short week. I got tomorrow, and then I'm done, and I'm pumped. Half day tomorrow, actually, and then I'm gone.
Dude, I wish I had the PTO to take Wednesday off because I totally would do it. I'd be like, yep.
Oh, dude, it's
like
I'm so pumped. Bye.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be
a lot of Madden to play this week. I gotta play my Madden matchup versus the Falcons. I might
do that right now.
This, yeah.
Right now.
I'm about to. Yeah, I'm about to get
15-minute quarters.
Yeah.
Best 2 out of 3.
We're gonna go with 6-minute quarters.
All right, yeah, that makes sense too. Okay, well, you got our picks, you got our bets. Make sure to tail, whatever. Holding anything else for the folks at home?
Love you, bro. Happy for you. Thankful for you. This is a great pod. This is a great week.
Yep.
Let's go 7-5, baby. Go Falcons. And left hand up, who are we? The Commanders, baby.
Oh, well, hope you win all your best bets. Happy Thanksgiving to those and the people you spend time with. I hope it's wonderful. Again, hope you win all your bets. And go Bills. Bills by a billion.